to be in a space with men where you can feel all the feelings. That shamanic dance was everything. And you are not worried about somebody saying, so, you know, we had that connection, you know, I think later on tonight we could like continue that vibe. Like there's never any of that. And that's exactly what people think happens at these things, right? They think that we're all sitting around and we're all gonna have like this big old group orgy. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying that's not what usually happens at these events. But what does happen is that you understand that that it's not about the sex. It's not about the intercourse, right? The physical intercourse. It is the energy that I could have my back to a man and still feel as powerful an orgasm as if he was inside of me and still walk away feeling extremely safe and connected with this person on another level. You know what I'm saying?
I just kept getting the urge to sing. Like I wasn't even necessarily trying to moan per se. It just kept like music kept being the thing. Cause like when I was working with her and she was in front of me and I was like a part of the four, like I was just like at first I was like, oh shit, I was popping and popping.
It's like a roller coaster, right?
I was leaning with it, rock with it, like I was all of it. And then I just felt everybody like latching on to how I felt everybody latching on to how I was feeling. And then, you know, I sing all the time, but like Notes was just like, okay. What's next?
On point during that too.
Yeah,
tone is like.
I heard y'all's body. I was like, oh my gosh, I always wondered how it sounded to hear somebody kind of live sing during shamanic dance. And that was beautiful. The notes that you hear was like, ooh. It kind of added a little extra to the orgasm.
You know what?
Love it.
Because it didn't ripple from her. Because when she started going, did she sing? And then me and her was like, ooh.
And then with the snowflake, I was in the center again.
That's right here.
Between
right
both
there.
groups.
Yeah.
Crazy. You know, I'm getting the energy from the singing group right here. And then I got the moaning group.
Right.
And I'm like
that was crazy.
It was like just a violent storm, but an awesome symphony. So it was like, that storm was like a Beethoven symphony. It was crazy.
I think because of your position in the center, like because I was connected to the person connected to you, like I felt it when you like accepted,
boom,
and then
from
it
the
made
back,
everything stronger and
When you guys did that haka.
Let's just have a moment of
Okay, here we go.
with everything.
Like all the old DNA it pops back out of you. Whatever you think you were dealing with, all of a sudden we were in the tribe and the man, we were doing the ritual and we were all about to be chosen. And even when we knew, like we knew what was happening. And we were still like, even when we knew what was going on, we were still like, who's next? Who's next? Who's next?
I had to realize where I was at, you know, because the New York came out of me. And I was ready to rumble. So I was like, he pushing me backwards. Then it was like, all right, I surrender.
And I saw you too. You were like, bless me. But see, if we had that, can you imagine that every day? Like there's such this attack on the masculine, right? And there's so many good things that come out of that energy, that protective, that aggressive, that assertive, that strength that comes out. And when it comes out in the proper way, we as women get to surrender. And we get to be fully in our feminine and not have to worry about managing both, you know, roles of the masculine and feminine, right? That was everything. I mean, that was to be honored in that way, to feel worshiped in that way, to see y'all doing what y'all were doing, to smell the room afterwards.
They smell good.
The smell of masculine, like
masculinity.
What? All right, I'm gonna stop.
I mean, I felt there were experiences during it, but the orgasmic experience I feel now.
Okay.
But during it was kind of like you were cleaning house, you know? Like Like as soon as he put his hand on my stomach, I immediately felt like bubbles popping. Yeah. You know. So yeah. But like the bliss I feel right now.
We're here, we're meeting in New York right now, but of course, just like we saw some of you guys before, like I'm pretty sure we're gonna see more of you guys again. And I'm just very appreciative and happy for, you know, everybody that helped out with this, because this is this many people now, but I can see where this is gonna go. And to be honest, this opens the door for partnerships, because when I get my Grammy, I'm gonna say, hey Jay, come up on stage with the heart.
You're like really, you're building a nation. Like you're like reverse COINTELPROing America right now.
Don't say that out there too loud.
I told you earlier, one of the things that I'm walking away from with this particular retreat is being able to own my power more. And it can be difficult when you are a woman who is open sexually, sensually. Those types of barriers don't necessarily exist for you to somehow flow in the spaces of other black people and other black women, because we've been taught to be so repressed, and so we're taught to like keep our light dim. And part of that's for safety reasons, right, given our history in this country. So there is some type of logic to it, but wanting us now all to open up to that light and feel the power that exists within that, and know that we can be intelligent and sensual and have wonderful sex, and you know, all that it doesn't have to be separate. And you helped me this weekend with the exercises that we did for me to own my power in that and not feel like I have to be small with it, you know, that I can just let it like whoosh out with it. So sex magic.